Have you ever felt like no matter how much you try, you just can't seem to keep a woman interested? It's frustrating, right? You're putting yourself out there, showing her attention, maybe even trying to impress her. But still, things don't seem to go the way you hoped. Well, here's a secret. The key to making a woman miss you is not by constantly trying to win her over. In fact, it's the exact opposite. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most overlooked concepts in dating: how to make her miss you terribly, even if she wasn't initially interested. Stick around till the end, because you won't want to miss the powerful insights that could change the way you approach relationships forever. Let's get into it. Point 1. The power of being independent. One of the most attractive qualities in a man is independence. It might sound counterintuitive, especially when society tells us that relationships are built on constant interaction and togetherness. However, women are more likely to be drawn to men who don't desperately need their attention. Why? Because when you're independent, it signals that you have your own life, purpose, and direction, and that you're not relying on her to fill any void. Independence goes beyond just having a career or hobbies. It means that you're not emotionally reliant on her approval, and that can be a powerful attraction trigger. Women find it refreshing when they're not the center of a man's world. It shows that you're comfortable in your own skin, and that your life is full and fulfilling without needing validation from anyone, especially her. This is why women often back away from men who come across as too available or constantly seeking validation. It can feel suffocating and makes them question whether you can truly offer something valuable to the relationship. The key is to find balance. You're interested in her, but you're not desperate for her approval or constant attention. When you show that you can thrive without her, it leaves her intrigued and wanting to know more. This emotional space makes her miss you, because she realizes that you're not waiting for her to complete your life. Your life is already full, and she can either add to it or watch from the sidelines. So, start focusing on your independence, whether that's through pursuing your goals, building friendships, or just taking time for yourself. The less you chase, the more she will be drawn to you. Point 2. The art of being mysterious. Another key element in making a woman miss you is the art of being mysterious. This doesn't mean playing games or pretending to be someone you're not, but rather giving her just enough to spark her curiosity without revealing everything too soon. In relationships, the thrill of discovery is what often keeps the connection alive. When you're too open and overly available, it can come off as if you have nothing else going on in your life. But when you're mysterious, you leave her with questions, intrigue, and a desire to know more. Women are wired to be curious, and the more you make her wonder about your thoughts, feelings, and next move, the more she'll think about you when you're not around. Being mysterious doesn't mean being cold or distant. It's about creating a sense of anticipation and excitement. For example, you don't need to share every little detail about your day or your past on the first few dates. Let her learn more about you over time. Keep her engaged by having interests and passions that are separate from her. When she knows that there's more to you than meets the eye, she'll start to invest more emotionally to figure you out. This emotional investment is what leads her to miss you when you're not around. In the beginning, avoid texting her all the time or always being the first one to reach out. Let her wonder where you are and what you're up to. This doesn't mean playing hard to get in a manipulative way, but instead creating space that makes her want to reach out to you. The mystery factor will make her miss your presence, because she'll want to get closer to uncovering all the layers of who you are. Point 3. Be a challenge, but not a game. A crucial aspect of making a woman miss you is to establish yourself as a challenge, but not a game player. Women are attracted to men who are hard to win, not because they want to play games, but because it indicates that you have high value and that your time and attention aren't easily earned. This doesn't mean you should ignore her or play hot and cold, but rather that you should have boundaries and standards that are non-negotiable. When a woman knows that she has to earn your attention, it forces her to respect you more. She'll appreciate your self-respect and start to see you as a valuable part of her life. And when a woman perceives a man as someone she has to work for, she becomes more invested in keeping him around. This creates a natural longing for your presence and makes her miss you when you're not available. Being a challenge also means not being overly available. If she knows she can reach you at any time, she'll start to take your time for granted. But when you have your own life and stick to your schedule, she will begin to appreciate the moments you share more. This builds excitement in the relationship and makes her look forward to your next interaction. Women often want to feel as though they've earned your affection. It's a way of maintaining their self-esteem and ensuring that they're with someone who values themselves and isn't easily swayed. So, while you don't need to be unavailable all the time, be sure to establish a dynamic where she feels challenged enough to invest in getting to know you more. Point 4. Demonstrate emotional control. Emotional control is a powerful trait that can make any woman miss you. This doesn't mean you should bottle up your emotions or avoid expressing how you feel. Rather, it's about maintaining composure and not reacting impulsively to emotional situations. When you demonstrate emotional control, you show maturity, self-assuredness, and the ability to handle difficult situations with grace. Women are naturally drawn to men who can keep their emotions in check. Emotional stability is often associated with strength, and strength is attractive. When you can stay calm, even in tense or emotional moments, it shows that you're not easily shaken by life's challenges. This creates a sense of security and admiration in a woman, making her feel safe and protected. Emotional control also means that you don't put all your emotional needs on her. You don't expect her to be your emotional caretaker, and you're not using her to fill the gaps in your emotional life. This independence in emotional well-being makes her respect you more and keeps her interested. Women are not looking for a man who will constantly lean on them for validation or support. They want someone who can stand on their own and only seek support when it's genuinely needed. When you're emotionally controlled, you create a sense of intrigue. Women will want to know how you navigate life's ups and downs and what drives you. This emotional depth, coupled with your control, will make her miss you more when you're not around, as she'll begin to admire your strength and composure. Point 5. Leave space for longing. Creating space for longing is one of the most effective ways to make a woman miss you. When you're always available, always showing up, and always easy to reach, there's little room for her to miss you. But when you leave a little distance, not just physically, but emotionally, it creates a desire in her to experience more of you. This doesn't mean playing games or being distant in a cold way. Rather, it's about creating a natural ebb and flow in the relationship. You don't always have to be the first one to text or the one who always suggests the next meeting. By being a little more reserved and taking time for your own life, you build anticipation. She will start to wonder when she'll hear from you again or when you'll make the next move. This space doesn't just build curiosity, it also helps to deepen the emotional connection. When you do spend time together, it's more meaningful, and both of you have time to miss each other. It gives the relationship a sense of balance and makes the time you spend together feel more special. You'll leave her wanting more, and the moments you do share will feel more intense and emotionally rewarding. Point 6. Show vulnerability without overdoing it. While independence and emotional control are key, vulnerability is equally important in building attraction. However, there's a delicate balance to maintain. You don't want to be too closed off, but you also don't want to overwhelm her with emotional baggage. Being vulnerable means showing your authentic self, including your flaws, past struggles, and feelings. It's about opening up in a way that invites emotional intimacy, but doesn't make her feel burdened or responsible for your emotional state. Vulnerability can draw a woman closer to you because it shows that you trust her, but it also makes her feel needed and valued in a unique way. However, too much vulnerability too soon can backfire. Women are attracted to men who can handle their emotions with strength, but they also need to see that you can share those emotions with authenticity. This balance is powerful because it creates depth in the relationship. It shows her that you're emotionally available but not dependent. The key is to allow her to see the real you, but in a way that makes her feel inspired to support and connect with you, rather than overwhelmed by your emotional needs. Point 7. Keep the energy playful and fun. While emotional depth is important, maintaining a playful and fun energy in the relationship is just as crucial. Women love men who can make them laugh, who know how to enjoy life, and who can bring a sense of lightheartedness to the relationship. The playful dynamic is what keeps the connection fresh, exciting, and full of positive energy. Being playful doesn't mean acting immature or childish, but rather showing a sense of humor, being spontaneous, and not taking everything too seriously. When a man brings humor and fun to a relationship, it creates a relaxed environment where a woman feels comfortable being herself. This kind of energy is infectious and creates a strong bond. Incorporating playful moments, whether through inside jokes, fun adventures, or surprising her with small gestures of affection, builds a positive association with your presence. When she remembers the joy you bring, she's more likely to miss you when you're not around. The emotional connection deepens when there's laughter and joy, and she will want to experience that again. So, while being serious when needed is important, never underestimate the power of fun. Now that you know the secrets to making a woman miss you terribly, it's time to put these tips into practice and start seeing the difference in your relationships. Remember, the key is not to chase her, but to make her realize that you're someone worth missing. When you embrace your independence, stay mysterious, and balance emotional depth with lightheartedness, you'll leave her longing for your next encounter. Thank you for sticking with me until the end. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more insightful videos. And let me know in the comments. Which one of these points do you think will make the biggest difference in your relationships? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video, and remember, the best is yet to come.